Okay, and we're back after, shit, I don't know how long it's been. It's been a long time since all three of us have been here. But we're here to talk about UFC 234, Whittaker versus Gaslam. So I'm pretty excited. I always love watching Whittaker. And we've got Handsome Dan Park in the bottom left and Pretty Pete in the bottom right. How you guys been?
Good. Back from holidays finally.
Yeah, and I heard you put on a bit of weight. What's going
A
on
little
there?
bit.
I tell you what, the camera doesn't show it. The camera doesn't show it. They say the camera puts on 10 pounds or 10 kilos. I can't see it. Still look pretty as ever.
That's why I'm wearing black and I got black headphones. Look slimmer.
Ah, yes, you're a thinker. You are. Like, gotta make sure you still look pretty for the ladies out there.
Yes, that's it.
And what about you, Dan? How you been?
Things have been great, actually. Since our last podcast together, I started a new job in the city. Can't make scam anymore, which is pretty bad because I got home today at 7:20. So yeah. But aside from that, pretty fucking good. Looking for a gym in the city, all bloody expensive, but yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what gym you go to. It's gonna be pretty pricey, eh?
Yeah.
Like, jiu-jitsu gym, fight gyms, they're all really expensive. It's not like going to I don't know, like a Genesis or whatever normal gyms are out there. You pay like $5 a week. They're all pretty
Well,
hefty.
it's different. It's because you're paying for the knowledge,
The knowledge,
so
yes,
to speak, that you're learning.
this is true. There's a lot of knowledge to learn.
How about yourself, Chris? How are you, mate? How is our host?
I thought you would never ask. Man, I'm always good. I'm always awesome. Although, this morning I went to training. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to work some takedowns. I'm going to have a bit of fun. Because I've been having fun with this takedown shit. Anyways, I get put on my back. Because, I don't know how that happened. It just happened. I was there. Chucked up a triangle. Had it locked on motherfucking tight. Like, it was on. You have no idea. I'm like, This guy's going to tap. If he doesn't tap to that, I got his arm. I'm going to take the arm home. Yeah, I'm thinking like that in training. I'm like a white belt now. So I put the triangle on, I lock it up, and it's like, you know when sometimes you lock up the triangle, it's kind of on your toes, and you kind of like start yanking and it starts hurting your toes a bit? I didn't have that. I had it locked up over my shin. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, yep, this is super tight. This guy's going to go unconscious if he doesn't tap. And instead of that happening, I feel fucking all this shit cracking in my shin. I'm like, what the fuck's going on there? Like, shit started cracking in my shin. I'm not sure if it was like the muscle. But I'm like, surely it's my shin actually cracking, because that makes no sense. The shin is a pretty strong bone.
Yeah.
So now I'm limping around like a dipshit, because I put on a triangle tight as fuck, and I hurt myself and had to let go of it. So yeah, that's my story.
Christ.
That's what happened this morning. So now, and it hasn't swelled up. There's no bump there, no nothing, but it hurts like hell. So I don't know. Do not know, but yeah. So that's what's going on with me. I had food poisoning last week. That was fun. So I wasn't able to come to training with you guys. That sucked. But that's gone. That's gone. But now I'm moving around like a dickhead. So.
Well,
I'll be at
good
training.
news is.
Still be at training. I can limp to training. You can't. That's not contagious.
We can't do takedowns anymore.
Fuck you. I can still do takedowns. After I did that, I still took people down. So fuck you. Can't take you guys down.
Nice.
But I can still go for takedowns. I'll suck shit.
Yeah.
But I can still go for them.
Very nice.
So yeah, that's
Speaking of training, we all missed out at Gamma, our gym. Israel Adesanya.
How did all three of us miss out?
All three of us missed it.
We were all healthy, and all three of us missed out.
Oh
man, yeah. We missed out on Israel Adesanya. That would have been pretty cool to meet him. And
It would have been.
He went around and like spoke to everyone, so that was pretty cool. I saw heaps of pictures that people are posting up on social media. So
yeah, everyone was saying he's a really nice guy. The all the trainers and the fighters are really nice apparently. So that's pretty good.
Yeah,
good to hear.
It is good to hear. So upset though. I thought at least one of us would be there, but it didn't happen.
yeah, I thought Peter or Chris for sure.
Yeah, not me. I'm never at the gym anymore. But Peter, I thought he pretty much lives there when he's not, in Perth. He's always at the gym. I don't know. I think Peter dropped the ball a bit.
I dropped the ball.
Fuck Peter. He had one job. One job.
Ah, fuck that. I let
Not
us
even
all
a job.
down. I'm
Not even a
sorry.
job,
I
it's a
put my
hobby.
hand up.
Ah, no good.
I put my hand up. I let us all down.
Yeah. Well, at least I don't have to put my hand up, so all good. Yeah. Do you have any stories, Peter? Since because we've all been away. This whole threesome thing hasn't happened in a while, so I feel like we need to give a couple of stories. Tell us, what was
Tell us
going on
about
in
Europe, mate.
Perth? And no, yeah,
What
you're
happened
away
in
in fucking
Europe?
Europe, as if you don't have stories from that.
I'll give you a story, a fight-related story.
Oh, that's always better.
A little bit, maybe R18 rated, but bit of a culture shock. So I went to watch. For those of you that enjoy boxing, I went to watch the Dylan White and Derek Chisora rematch. And just before the main event starts, there's these guys sitting in the row next to us, preppy looking dudes. My friend taps me on the shoulder and he goes, like that, like, have a look at those guys. I don't know what it was, but one of the guys has pulled out a bag of some kind of white powder, gets the booklet of the souvenir guide you get, empties the bag out, hands it to the next guy in the seats.
Wow.
In the seats, in front of everyone. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, where are we? Where have we come?
Why would you do coke while you're sitting there watching a fight? I mean, you can't go anywhere. You just
That's what we're saying. We're like, you're stuck there.
That's so weird.
Like you're sitting down for at least another hour. I don't know. It was strange. It was weird. But yeah,
it certainly seems like a weird place to coke up. Not that I would know. I mean, I don't coke up, but it just seems weird.
I don't know. But yes.
Well, there we go. That's definitely a cool story.
That's what we've been up to.
Yeah, you haven't been snorting coke yourself, but you've been watching other people snort coke.
Correct.
That's just as fun. I mean, that's got to be just as fun. I mean, watching them sit in their seat, just like full, like shaking, like fuck, I want to do something, but I paid for these seats.
It was weird. I tell you.
Yeah. Well, I believe you. I do believe you. All right. Well, I'm glad we all had a few stories to tell. Now, I say we move on to the 2-fight card that we have. Fucking UFC finally puts on a pay-per-view in Australia for the first time since what? Ronda Rousey got knocked dead.
Yes.
And it's this. It's 2 fights. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fights, we've got 10 duds.
I actually didn't realize how bad the card was until I checked it the other day. It's yeah, it was. It's literally 2 fights.
I'm almost depressed that I'm going to be there.
Did you get tickets?
Really?
I was able to get 1 ticket, and
hey,
like out of the 6 people that I'm going with, I'm only sitting with one of them because the tickets are so scattered.
Nice.
So yeah, it's
nice.
alright.
Yeah, it's not bad, but yeah, shit. Lando Venato's on the card. That's cool, but he's fighting, I don't know, whoever Marcus Rosa is.
Yeah, some random guy.
And that Asian guy, Hiruto. I don't know. Danny's your favorite guy.
Ah, yeah, with the I know who you're talking about from Team Alpha Male.
Yeah, he's a weird.
Shihara.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, something like that.
He turned out to be a dud.
Yep. That's why I'm saying he's your favorite. Because last time we watched him fight, I'm like, oh, I like watching this guy fight. And you're like, nah, he's shit. I don't rate him. Like, but he's fun. But yeah, I agree. I don't rate him either, Dan. But he's there, so that's something. Jim Crute's back. That's a up and coming Aussie light heavyweight. Fighting Sam Alvey, who probably should be at welterweight, but he has that ridiculous knockout power no matter where he goes.
Middleweight?
Light heavyweight.
No. Sam Alvey's not a welterweight.
He's
not a welterweight.
He did the Ultimate Fighter at welterweight. And he made
he
made the weight easy.
Shit. That's crazy.
And if you're doing it on the Ultimate Fighter, you got to make weight like every couple of weeks. Like you're probably suited for that weight class because most people go up a weight class when they go on the Tough Show. And that's the most recent one with The featherweights, the female featherweights. Every single female featherweight on that show went down to bantamweight.
Yeah, that's the thing in the Ultimate Fighter. They just sort of take whatever they can get, really.
Yeah, well, there's only so much talent out there, and I think they've kind of burnt through it all, especially hidden talent.
Speaking of females, Gabby Garcia called for a heavyweight women's title at Grand Prix.
That's worse than the featherweight title. I mean, if there's no one at featherweight, there's fucking no one at heavyweight.
It's literally just her.
Fucking hell. Just have a fight of Shadow. See who wins.
Oh god.
Oh man. Your mate, Dan. This is anyone that looks super juiced is your mate.
Yes.
So like GSP, your mate.
Exactly. I love GSP.
Look at that face. Oh man. I'm sorry, Pete. I have to do that to you. I have to. All right. Do we care about Ronnie Yaya versus Ricky Simon or Simone?
Nothing.
No, we don't.
No.
We don't.
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
No.
All right. Let's just go straight to Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva. And Dan, I think I'll let you take the floor.
Man, I'm really, really looking forward to this. And the reason why I say this is because I want to believe. My brain is telling me Anderson Silva is going to die. But I dream for that fetal front kick to knock him out. But yeah, Israel Adesanya is going to knock him out. It's pretty sad because a stylistic nightmare for Anderson Silva is a much superior kickboxer and would fight in a certain way that's very similar to Israel Adesanya. You know, like that MPV, Michael Venom Page, like, you know what I mean? Where they're just running around everywhere and just hitting you. And Bisping, you know, ad-pointed Anderson Silva. And Bisping isn't, you know, he was champ, but he's not someone who's amazing.
Better watch your step now.
So,
That's my favorite.
Israel Adesanya shines in areas where Bisping gave Silva his most trouble. Kickboxing, just like, you know, just touching each other. An excellent jab. Yeah, I don't see Anderson winning it anyhow or any way. Just his wrestling isn't there. So Adesanya is going to knock out Silva, and it's going to be sad to see. It's going to be a passing of the torch, which is why I think the UFC, why they set this up.
Yeah, great. That's obviously why they set this fight up. It's a pro wrestling setup. Like to get the rub from the bigger star. I mean, you put the old dog in with the young dog, fucking the young guy beats him up. It's like, holy shit. I mean, did you ever watch Brock Lesnar and The Rock? That's what that was.
SummerSlam 2002.
That's what that was. That's what made Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar wouldn't even be shit in the UFC if he didn't destroy The Rock at SummerSlam. And that's what they're doing here. And then obviously The Rock went off and did fuck all after that. He didn't win. He didn't win any more titles. Old jokes. Once in a lifetime. My ass. Sorry. That's my pro wrestling.
Also, a key thing that I just want to add in.
Yep.
What Adesanya does extremely well is distance management, and something that Anderson does really well is capitalize on overextending, which I don't see Adesanya doing, and that's something that also Bisping did well. So, yeah, I don't see Silva working his counter game, and I see Adesanya exploding his weaker defense, and yeah, winning the exchanges. What do you think, Pete?
I think Adesanya is going to knock him out pretty early. I think the first sort of decent exchange they have, Silva's going to be in a lot of trouble. Comes down to this. In their price, it would be a 50-55 for me, just given the stylistic matchup. But how accurate Adesanya is, whereas Anderson makes people look silly when they miss. Adesanya is very accurate and he picks his shots and he's got that knowledge of the stand-up game. So I think I'd be 50-50 on that. currently, though, if you go back and you watch Anderson's fights, maybe slightly controversial what I say now, his defense is actually pretty shit. Like, his fundamental defense is pretty shit. What helped him a lot in the earlier years was his agility. And he was able to see the strikes. Yeah. Now, after so much wear and tear and so much mileage, and like he was a champion 6 years ago, right? So this is how far out of his prime he is, and how much he's slowed down. 2013, he lost the title to Weidman, right? So the fact that he's reliant on his agility and his speed and the vision, right? As he gets older, the vision will still be there, but the agility and the speed won't. And a lot of the way he moved out of the way of the shots was his bobbing and his weaving and slipping of the punches. Now when he's not just a split second slower, he's probably a full second slower, right? Those shots where they used to just skim off or where they used to, he would just slip out of the way, those shots are landing now. So against someone like Adesanya who's really accurate and who's fast himself and does carry power, maybe not one-shot power, but he does carry power in his hands because of the accuracy as well, I think Anderson's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. I don't disagree with anything either of you guys said. I don't really have anything to say. I reckon we just leave it at that, because we're going to say, yes, I agree, and I agree, and I agree.
But I hope Anderson wins. Somehow, I hope one of the shots he lands connect clean, but I doubt it. And another thing, just quickly, if you watch his fight against Bisping, you watch his fight against Brunson, when he trades now, he sort of throws the shot and doesn't look and just wings the punches, if you know what I mean. Whereas he's not as clean as he's not as clean as he used to be because he had the vision and he had the speed when he sees the punch to get out of the way and then counter. Now, as he's slowed down, he doesn't have the ability to do that. So he sort of just closes his eyes, moves, and throws the shot out, if you know what I mean. Like, the technique in his strikes has gone out the window too, I think, because of the decline in the natural skills.
Mm.
Yeah, well,
yeah. But I think I was reading an Adesanya interview today. He said he had a very interesting conversation with Dana White, and he said if he wins, or when he wins, and if Whittaker wins, there's something big going to happen. I think they'll do Whittaker Adesanya title defense in New Zealand next.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
That sounds pretty good. That'd be huge.
Because there's no one really else out there, and especially if Adesanya knocks out Anderson, he'll be at an all-time high in terms of his marketability, and they'll sell out a stadium in New Zealand quicker than they sold out Rod Laver here, which was 8 minutes.
That's a good fight.
Yes, that's a great fight.
I can see, if Kevin Gastelum wins, I can see Adesanya becoming champ easily. But if Whittaker wins, then I can see Whittaker managing to get the takedown. But if he doesn't, he's fucked.
But I think Whittaker is also a lot more patient than a lot of the guys that Adesanya fights. Like Derek Brunson, wild. Marvin Vettori obviously doesn't have the same skill set. Wilkins has sucked. I give Whittaker a better chance than a lot of people do, but I'll be 50-50 on it. I think Adesanya has a real good shot at becoming middleweight champ.
Do you know who I see absolutely destroying Adesanya? Romero.
I was actually going to say, are you going to say Yo Romero?
Takes him down, just fucks him.
You reckon?
Definitely.
Yeah, well, doesn't really use his wrestling till late, though. He relies on his striking early on.
I think that depends on who he's fighting. I think he knew Whittaker wasn't going to be I think he knew he wasn't going to get Whittaker out of there, early with the wrestling.
Mm.
You watch him when he fought Machida. He just bounced around for 2 rounds, and then all of a sudden, flying knee, ankle pick, beat the shit out of him.
Like, you love that flying knee ankle pick, don't you? You talk about
it's fucking
awesome.
It's fucking insane.
I watched that, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Because he stood around for 2 rounds doing fuck all, and then he's just like, whoa, bang.
Yeah, that was bloody ridiculous. Hard to believe that.
What do you think about the fight, Chris?
About which one?
Go on, both.
Both. Well, I agree with everything you guys are saying about the Adesanya and Silva fight. Silva, it was much like Chuck Liddell back in the day. Relied a lot on his reaction time and his
Mm.
ability to see the punches coming and slip out of the way, or even being able to take a punch. They both kind of relied on their chin a little bit. And obviously, at this point, Silva's chin isn't the same. If you're getting dropped by Bisping, I love you, Bisping. I know he's not watching, so I can talk shit. Yeah, if you're getting dropped by Bisping, your chin's starting to fade. And yeah, I actually watched that fight last night with my sister. Anderson Silva, man, he was throwing those haymakers with his face looking straight down. I'm like, that's so weird. That's so.
And he never used to throw shit like that.
Nah, it was always straight punches as he's moving out of the way, bang bang. Like it'd be.
Yeah. And he always had the eyes there, and he was watching, and he was going boop boop. Now, yeah, he goes, and and the thing is, like when I watched him fight Brunson, he lands those shots, but those shots aren't knocking anyone out.
Nah. Well,
and he's not outpointing Adesanya either.
Nah. Well,
if he wins this fight, he has to stop it.
His knockouts always came from his accuracy. They never came from these big winging punches. It was always like he'd wait, time it, as they're moving in, bam.
Exactly.
So he's not doing that anymore. He's just like swinging those huge ass haymakers while the person's moving away. So it's like it's not gonna do shit, man. So yeah, I see him getting smoked by Adesanya. But it would be cool to see Anderson Silva win and get one more title shot.
It would be fucking cool as fuck. It would be the greatest thing.
It'd be bloody amazing. It's not going to happen, but it would be pretty cool. And it sucks that we're saying it would be cool to see him win against a guy like Adesanya, who we all want to see win. So
yeah, like it would ruin the. You know what? It would probably ruin the division. Actually, that's so weird. Because even if he wins, but like he'll have one more fight, and that's the title fight if he wins. Whereas you got Adesanya, he's going to be around for a while still.
Yeah, 100%. That's just like when Bisping won the title, then he's like, I'm going to fight guys that aren't really fighting anymore, like a semi-retired Dan Henderson, semi-retired GSP. So, yeah. Well, that's how I see it. I see that fight going the same as you guys. And the Robert Whittaker fight, I was just about to say before, it's hard to believe Robert Whittaker is the only guy in the UFC who's been able to stop Yoel Romero. Out of guys like Tim Kennedy, or Brad Tavares, Derek Brunson, Chris Weidman, Jacare Souza, Rockhold, I think I said Leo Machida. Like, those are some big-ass names. Yoel Romero has the type of resume that it should make him the champion. He should be champion with a resume like that. And Robert Whittaker is the only guy that's been able to stop him. Or not stop him, but, beat him. Although the last fight was a little bit controversial. That was.
I think he won that still.
Yeah, it was a bit close. It was like the GSP Hendricks fight. It's like, you can see it going either way, really. It's like, mate.
GSP won that fight.
You're in love. Bad example in front of you because you're just in love with GSP.
Hey, we could talk about that fight for an hour. Let's move on to something.
And maybe one day we will. Yeah. I reckon. For me, this fight's it's a test to see if Robert Whittaker still has a chin after going 10 rounds with Romero.
That's why I was saying to you guys earlier. If anyone's looking for a rough bet, make a little bit of money. I hope it doesn't happen, and I don't think it will. But it's there. The value's there. Gastelum first round KO TKO 13-1.
Well, there we go.
I can't see if Gastelum's going to win. It's going to be a heavy punch on early. I don't think he's going to out-wrestle Whittaker. If Romero couldn't, he's not going to. Even at middleweight, I don't think he's greatly suited for a tough 5-round fight either. Like a physically taxing 5-round fight. So I think as the fight progresses, the better chance it is that Whittaker's going to win. So yeah, first round KO TKO 13-1 for Gastelum. If it's going to happen, it's going to be early.
Yeah, I just hope Whittaker doesn't go breaking something again, because in his past 2 fights, obviously he's been fighting a brick wall, but he's fucked up his knee, then he broke he broke his right hand and fucked his knee again. And in between those fights, he got like staph, but like staph on his
he was out for a while with that.
That was like staph on his organs, not like normal staph, like outside of the body. Like internal staph. So I'm hoping that this is, for me, it's kind of like watching the Max Holloway fight again is like, if he's 100%, I don't see him losing, and he shouldn't lose. But it just depends if he's 100%. So it's going to be a test to see if he's still, like, I don't know, if he's just not broken after those 10 rounds with Yoel Romero, because, like, that especially that last fight, that's got to take something from you. That was hectic. Yeah. I don't know. As you said, I don't see Gastelum taking him down. Gastelum's got decent wrestling, but he doesn't have Yoel Romero wrestling. You saw what Romero did to Weidman. After Weidman took him down a couple of times, he's like, "Oh fuck this!" Flips him on his fucking head by just touching him. Literally just like touched his knee and flung it up in the air, and Weidman's like, "Whoa, fuck!" And Weidman is a phenomenal wrestler. And Weidman's another guy that was able to, well, he couldn't take Weidman down. Gastelum. I don't see how Gastelum wins if Whittaker's 100%. Like, his striking he's got the perfect type of striking to counter Gastelum as well. He doesn't fight in boxing range. He fights in kicking range. But he's quick enough to move in to hit you with his punches. But he's also quick enough to move out that he doesn't get hit with any. So, and Gastelum, he doesn't really throw many kicks. He's more of a boxer. So his boxing is going to be essentially useless against someone like Whittaker. And he won't be able to
does have fast hands, though.
He does. He does have fast
hands. He's got a lot of power in his hands, so... Whittaker's just got to be careful early, I think.
Yeah, I see Gastelum catching Whittaker. I can see it. But as you said, Whittaker's going to win if that doesn't happen.
Just let's hope he doesn't get caught. Fuck, that would really upset me. That would ruin my day. It really would.
The middleweight champ is an overblown welterweight.
And you know what's going to happen? He's going to start calling out Woodley and all that type of shit, saying, let's have a fight, and then it's going to hold up the middleweight division, that's going to hold up the welterweight division. Everything's going to be fucked. Or that fight for Woodley, the Usman fight, that's... When they stood, like, right next to each other, it's like, holy shit, Usman is huge. He is quite a bit bigger than Woodley, and I thought Woodley was huge.
Nah, Woodley's
short.
Yeah, Woodley's like 170 centimeters, man.
He's really short.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, I knew he was really short, but, like, they've got similar builds. They're both big fucking, like, jack dudes, but
Woodley's a lot thicker.
Taller. I don't know, man.
Woodley's a lot thicker.
I don't know, Usman looked pretty fucking thick. Plus, Woodley's also said that he could make 165.
Probably. I don't think Woodley should go up to middleweight, though.
Yeah, he's going to get destroyed.
He's too small. He's too small for middleweight.
He said he's got like two more fights, didn't he? And then he's going up to middleweight.
He's too small.
Yeah.
That'll be bad. That'll be like, what's his name? Hendricks going up to middleweight. Although Hendricks was dead at that point. There's nothing left of him.
He got knocked out by a gay porn star. Let that sink in.
Who's a gay porn star?
The guy he fought at what's called bare knuckle world.
What?
He's a gay porn star.
From?
It was all over the net, mate. It was all over the net.
What?
Hendricks, the former champ, got knocked out by a gay porn star.
That doesn't seem real.
That is real, believe me.
Let me check that. Let me check that.
Hendricks, type in Hendricks bare knuckle
boxing. No, you're right.
Really?
Dakota Cochran has participated in gay pornography. He has performed in 16 videos under the stage name Danny.
Yep.
Fuck.
This is true.
I loved Hendricks. I really loved Hendricks too.
That's pretty fucked up.
That is fucked up. You don't recover after that.
No, you don't.
No one recovers after that.
That's really bad.
From world champ to...
Man, looking at Hendricks' record, jeez, what happened? What happened, man? After that Lola fight, fuck, he beat Matt Brown, then he lost to Thompson, Gastelum, Magny, beat Hector Lombard in a kind of fight, and then got TKO'd by Poach and Costa.
After the GSP fight, he got off the gear.
I don't know, man.
I don't believe
if GSP was able to continue gearing up, I'm sure Hendricks could have. If GSP could continue gearing when he came back, I'm sure Hendricks could have continued as well.
Mate, seriously, it's not the gear. It must be something else. Because if he was on gear, he could have kept gearing.
Nah, he couldn't have, because he was stressing that USADA was coming out. So he's like, I better get off it before, while I'm champ, if I get caught.
Oh, he'd be an idiot.
It's not like his physique changed or anything, though. I mean, he still looked the same.
Yeah, but not all steroids don't necessarily change the physique that much like that. Like John Jones' fucking physique has not really changed.
Since his
He
OSP fight.
He changed from his early fights because he was 22, 23.
No, like from his OSP fight, I know he did a lot of like lifting and shit, but he came into that fight looking like jacked. The big boy.
I don't know. I still don't like Jimi Hendrix because he's the reason GSP left, because he was 6.
Mate, it worked out for the better. GSP would have lost. He came back, fought Bisping, became double champ. Good on him.
Yeah, good that he became double champ. But tell me, who would he have lost to in that division?
Woodley.
Because I tell you what,
Oh.
he would fucking wipe the floor with Robbie Lawler 10 times out of 10.
Nah.
It
depends when in Robbie Lawler's career, because at that point in time in Robbie Lawler's career, his takedown defense was fucking
amazing.
It was
which is why I'm saying he's going to be Aspen.
You guys undervalue GSP so much.
No. I value. I'm not saying that GSP would get his ass fucking handed to him. I'm just saying it's a much closer fight than people would give it credit.
He would have done whatever he wanted with Robbie Lawler.
No, I reckon Lawler would have beaten GSP. Yes, I think so.
I'm on the fence with that one. I don't know how it would have gone, but I don't think it would be a wash.
I think he wipes the floor with him. Do you know who I think would have given him a challenge? A big challenge?
Ooh.
The second greatest welterweight of all time, Tyron Woodley. Stylistically, he would give him a fucking hell of a time.
Yeah.
I can see GSP outpointing Woodley.
Yeah. Outpointing, or maybe getting a late stoppage when Woodley's fucking wrecked.
Hey, Dan,
if it gets to that stage.
Move your camera down a bit.
Yeah.
Or sit up. There we go. Now we can see your pretty face again. I know. Who else was in that division at that time? There wasn't really anything going on. Like, there was Brown
Hendricks,
was there.
Lawler, Matt Brown.
Yeah, Brown would have got demolished by GSP.
He would have got fucking ass raped.
It wasn't a big fight, so he wouldn't have made any money off that. You know who I think would have beat GSP? This may be a touch controversial, but if Nick Diaz didn't get his water poisoned,
I think now you're just pulling out like that.
I think Nick Diaz would have fucked him up. Mate,
hey, you're goading us into a reaction.
You guys got to stop with those Wolf tickets.
Hey.
That's what you guys are selling. You're all about those Wolf tickets.
Hey, like Dana White says, they don't want to fight anyone. They don't want to fight.
All right. Just one more thing I think we should probably quickly talk about. Cormier and Stipe, that whole thing.
What happened?
Have you seen the tweets? Like, Stipe's still coming out saying that he shouldn't have lost the fight. He's the better fighter. Shit, I should probably look it up. Are you looking it up?
Apparently he said that he doesn't care if it's for the title or not. He just wants DC.
Yeah, but then DC loses, then the title loses, like, all credibility. Although the title's going to lose all credibility when either...
Yeah, I found it. So, DC provided reasons why he won't fight Miocic. Reason 1, he's being entitled. Why have I fought since and he hasn't? He lost the fight. Is he still the champ? Question mark. Fair enough. Reason number 2, he's hurt apparently. Reason number 3, how do I do it any better? I beat him in one round last time. Fair enough. I'll tell you why he won't fight him. Let me kick some knowledge to you guys right now. I'll tell you why he won't fight him.
Kick away.
He will not fight him because 1, Stipe is a very dangerous fight. 2, why would you bother fighting a guy that dangerous who you knocked unconscious? He didn't TKO him. He separated him from his consciousness. within 1 round. He beat his ass, right? Number 3, why would you fight such a dangerous guy who you already smoked when you're not going to make as much money as you could make fighting someone like John Jones or Brock Lesnar?
True.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Hey, if I'm DC, you know what I'm doing? I'm going, how about you go fuck yourself, Stipe? How about that? Because you know why? If Stipe doesn't get a rematch, this is going to fucking burn him forever. And if I'm DC, I'm going, nah.
Yeah.
Unless the UFC offers him a lot of money.
Which they're not going to do that for a Stipe fight because no one's going to
Which
watch
they're not going to do.
No one's going
Exactly.
to watch it.
It's going to do fuck all business.
That last fight they had, that was such a stacked card. It was a phenomenal card, and that was a phenomenal fight. And they only sold barely 400,000 pay-per-views. Barely.
John Jones come back against Gustafsson sold almost twice that.
Yeah, which was surprising, because their last fight did fuck all. Their first fight did fuck all.
If I'm DC, I'm pushing hard for the
Brock
Lesnar.
Yeah.
Or I'm pushing hard for a trilogy with Jones, but a heavyweight.
Yeah. Do you think that fight at heavyweight changes things?
I do. But I think
how much? Do you think it's
I don't think John Jones will do it. I don't think John Jones will do it for the same reasons. Like, John Jones doesn't need to do it. I mean, sure, he can win the heavyweight title, but he's not going to stick around a heavyweight. Like, he doesn't need to take the risk.
I think Jones wants to do it, but I think he's just talking in a way saying, "Oh, I don't want to do it, yada yada yada," so the UFC pays him if he does do it. I think he's kind of baiting the UFC into giving him a big fat paycheck.
I'm not overly interested. I'll watch it, but I'm not overly keen on watching them do it a third time at light heavyweight. But heavyweight, I'm keen as.
Yeah, and light heavyweight, I don't like the fight. They've done this thing twice, and DC hasn't been able to come up.
Yeah.
And win the thing either time. So yeah, change something up if you're gonna do a third fight against.
Because exactly, it changes something. The first one, he lost. They have a rematch. He got knocked out, and there was the drug issue, whatever. Do it completely fresh. Third time, heavyweight title.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, if I'm the UFC, I reckon they can crack 1 million buys trilogy bout at heavyweight. I'm throwing a couple of mil at John Jones. I'll give fucking DC $1 million because I reckon they'll do 1 million buys on that.
DC actually makes more money every time they fight.
Yeah. If John Jones and Gustafsson did 700k like buys, fuck yeah, trilogy will do 1 million.
Yeah, easily. Especially if
everyone knows that these two hate each other. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They stack the card a little bit, do like a couple, like 2 press conferences. Everyone's gonna lose their fucking mind, especially at heavyweight. It's like, holy shit, this, like, look what he did to Stipe. No one apart from Stefan Struve, oddly enough, has done that to Stipe.
You know what I mean? But you know what? It like saying that, it does completely change the narrative though. Like DC has whipped everybody's asses for the heavyweight. Oh, he's done it at light heavyweight too. But I mean, you know, they can sell it that DC carries the power at heavyweight, and John Jones is going to become a champ, all that shit. You know, there's just so many more selling points at heavyweight.
Yeah,
that is true.
The whole champ thing is fucking just overdone now, though. That's
it is. It is. But I would much rather them fight for the heavyweight title than light heavyweight title again.
Yeah. See, this is one of the rare situations where it's like I would like the light heavy, like the 2 separate weight division champions fighting. And all the other ones just being like, oh, let's do a super fight. This one's actually got something behind it. It's actually got a story. It's actually cool.
Exactly.
It's like I can really get behind something like that. But yeah, when you're doing Amanda Nunes and Cyborg or Cejudo and TJ, like, why? I don't understand. Like the Stipe and DC, that was kind of it was like iffy, but it kind of made sense because neither of them really had anyone in their divisions to fight at that point in time.
Yeah.
And they both had quite a few defenses. I think both had 3 defenses at that point in time. So, yeah. That's that.
Am I the only one who can see Brock Lesnar beating DC?
No, I've been saying this, and everyone's like, mate, you're so stupid. And yes, I am stupid, I agree. But, yes, I know, I don't see a definitive victory for Lesnar, but I do see there being a bit more difficulty than people are giving Lesnar credit for.
Yes, I agree. I think Brock can catch DC.
Catch him with what?
A punch.
I think Brock Lesnar starts that fight rushing Cormier, trying to get the smaller guy down and pummel him. If that fails, he's going to get fucking bashed. He's going to get such a beating. I don't think the fight's going to happen.
If that's how he comes out, yeah, that's how I see the fight going. But if he waits to see if Cormier tries to take him down and he starts defending the takedown and then he gets on top, then I see there being some trouble.
You know,
I don't see Cormier getting up.
If that's happened, I don't think Cormier probably tries to wrestle him either. I think Cormier tries to put hands on his chin and he's going to fucking bash him. He's going to hit him so bad.
Do you reckon he throws any head kicks in that fight? Or do you reckon he just stays away from that?
He's just throwing big overhands just at Lesnar's chin because Lesnar's a tall dude. And they get in a clinch. They get in a clinch situation. Same thing as Stipe. A bit of a shrug, bam, over the top.
Fuck. Does it piss anyone else off when people talk, like, say that punch was a lucky punch?
No, it wasn't a lucky.
Yes, because, like that doofus online was saying.
Oh yeah, just a quick background for everyone. Pete and I were having a conversation with some dudes online about this whole situation, and yeah, that's what kind of got us into this. And we both got a look. The other people were saying it's just unfair. Stipe should get a rematch, which yes, he should, but it's like no, it's a different time. You got knocked unconscious.
He got knocked unconscious, and the fact is, it's not like Stipe was bashing him for the 4 minutes until he got hit.
No, he wasn't at all.
If he was bashing him, why was his face half mangled before he got knocked out?
He had some good moments.
I want Stipe to win. Yeah, he had some good moments. But the thing is, if he went into that fight not overconfident and kept DC on the end of his 1-2, like I thought he was going to, I think he would have comfortably beaten DC. But when you sit there in the pocket and you're clinching and you're trading with a guy who's like 5'10" and like 120 kilos, just you know, what do you think's gonna happen when he just gives you a short hook? Like, and if you watch it, DC actually said they were working on in the training camp. When Stipe comes out of the clinch, he's got his head up and he drops his hands. And that's how DC knocked him out. They were clinching. He gave a slight shrug to get Stipe to sort of come towards the side where the punch was coming from. Bang! Hook over the top.
Yeah. And the way the loss happened, he lost playing in DC's playground. So it's like, you can't call it lucky when you get knocked out in the other guy's favourable position. I mean, he's a Greco-Roman world champion. Greco-Roman is all clinch. It's upper body. And you lost in that position.
It's like someone fucking fighting Damian Maia, right? And kickboxing with him, landing well on Damian Maia, and he goes, hey, come here, let me fucking pull guard Damian Maia, and let's see what happens. And then Maia subs him, and he goes, oh, fuck, that was a lucky sub.
So I'm still the better athlete and better fighter, but that just happened because I got careless. Like, no, well, if you got careless in a world championship fight against another world champion, that makes the other guy better.
Because he didn't get careless.
It's not a difficult thing to figure out, and that's why I'm getting annoyed when Stipe keeps on like sulking about the fact that he lost, and that he really shouldn't have lost. It's like TJ has more of a claim to the fact that he didn't lose than you do.
Exactly.
But TJ still lost.
It's the way he's going on about it.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
But the thing is, like, at least with TJ, he's accepted the fact that I can't call any shots now. I'm going to take whatever fight I need to take to get back to that position. Yeah. But Stipe's like, I'm not taking any other fights.
He's just going about it the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, where was all this fire when the fight first happened? He was just all placid, didn't want to do any interviews, but now he's like, and at that point in time he was complaining about his pay. Like, you're not putting yourself out there to be presented, to be marketable. And when I say marketable, I don't mean be a Conor McGregor and talk shit. I mean just being out there, let people know you, get to know you. Like, you're a personality. People need to get to know you. If you don't want people to know you, you can't expect the big paychecks. And you can't expect to get the rematch when you got knocked out in the first round if no one cares about the fact that you were champion and you're the longest reigning champion. So yeah. Anyway, that's my piece. Any more? Dan, do you have anything to say on that? No.
I agree with you guys. And I'm looking forward to Robert Whittaker's fight, I think, and Israel Adesanya versus Anderson Silva.
Yep, it's gonna be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Dan, is there any Bellator, Ryzen, One, any cool cards like that coming up? Oh, Peter, he
I don't
looks
know.
like he's got something.
There is. Not this coming weekend. Weekend after. Michael Venom Page versus Paul Daly.
Oh yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
Maybe we should we should do a quick chat on that.
Yeah, the reason why I think it's interesting isn't because, Michael Venom Page is fighting Paul Daly. It's the fact that it's Paul Daly. He knocked out Lawrence Larkin. Stand-up wise, he's very, very good.
How the fuck did
Michael Venom Page does not have the wrestling caliber to take Paul Daly down. So if he's going to beat him, it's going to be standing. So if he comes out there and destroys Paul Daly, it's going to be a really, really good look. And in my view, his stock would rise up. And I would see him as world class. But right now, he's still a can crusher to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
Well, if Cyborg Santos is the biggest name on your hit list, then yeah, you're still a can crusher.
But it's not just about being a can crusher. It's the fact that he really crushed those cans. He fucking destroyed people.
Yeah, the way he did it was pretty sexy. No, I agree. We'll definitely do a show leading up into that as well.
What are your thoughts about the fight, Pete? I'm looking forward to it.
I like Paul Daly. I think MVP chins him, but I'll tell you why when we do the chat. I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's the thing at the moment. There's UFC cards every weekend for the rest of the year, so we're going to be talking about UFC cards every week. So we can chuck that in when we talk about the one for that week. So that's all good.
Alrighty.
I don't know if it's actually every week, but it's pretty damn close. We might get one weekend free to do do something that we want to do that's not UFC related. All right. So, do you guys want to thank anyone? Because I know you like thanking people.
I would like to thank our principal sponsors of Scammer Gym and Aussie Pet Doors. Visit aussiepetdoors.com.au for all your pet door solutions.
Nice.
Yep. Would also like to thank a gym that also now unites us all, Team Takedown. So,
100%.
Yeah.
There we go. Beautiful. Well, I would like to thank the two of you for coming back and doing another show with me, because I always enjoy this. It's always fun.
It's been fun.
Sucks that you guys can't see me, but maybe one day I'll figure out how to, do technology. So, cool. That's it. Peace out, homies.